AI. It's revolutionizing everything from how we order groceries to diagnosing diseases. But before we all get swept up in the AI hype hurricane, maybe, just maybe, we should consider what happens when that AI toddler grows up. We're handing over the reins of our lives to algorithms without fully understanding the potential consequences. So buckle up, because in this video we're diving headfirst into the murky, often terrifying downsides of artificial intelligence. Let's talk about jobs, shall we? Because while AI promises a utopia where robots do all the boring stuff, the reality is a bit more, shall we say, dystopian. Picture this. You're happily flipping burgers, confidently scanning groceries, or even, dare I say, crafting beautiful works of art. Life is good, or at least it was, until a sleek, emotionless machine with better Wi-Fi reception than your apartment shows up and steals your job. This isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy, folks. This is happening right now. Factories are replacing assembly line workers with robots that never take smoke breaks or demand unionization. Self-checkout kiosks are multiplying faster than rabbits in a supermarket stockroom. And don't even get me started on the existential dread creeping into the creative industries as AI starts churning out paintings, writing poetry, and composing symphonies. The harsh truth is the transition to an AI-driven workforce is going to leave a lot of people behind. So, the next time you're ordering a coffee from a touchscreen or marveling at an AI-generated masterpiece, spare a thought for the human cost of this so-called progress. Let's talk about bias, shall we? Because if you thought AI was going to be this perfectly objective, unbiased force for good, well, I've got a bridge to sell you. Turns out, even algorithms can be prejudiced little jerks. AI systems are trained on massive amounts of data, often riddled with the same biases and prejudices that plague our human world. Think of it like this. Imagine an AI system designed to help companies hire the best candidates, but it was trained on data from a company with a history of only promoting white males. The result? This poor, digitally misguided AI starts spitting out hiring recommendations that would make a 1950s CEO blush. So, before we hand over control of our hiring processes, our justice system, and frankly, our entire societal infrastructure to AI, we need to address this whole bias thing. Let's talk about privacy, shall we? Because in the age of AI, that little bubble of personal space you cherish, well, it's looking more like a sieve than a bubble these days. We're surrounded by devices listening to our conversations, tracking our movements, and collecting data on everything from our shopping habits to our heart rates. And the worst part? We're often completely oblivious to how this data is being used, shared, and potentially weaponized against us. Think about facial recognition technology. On the surface, it seems pretty cool, but beneath the surface lies a chilling reality. Imagine a world where governments and corporations can track your every move, identify you in a crowd, and access your entire digital history with the click of a button. AI algorithms are analyzing our online behavior, our social media posts, even our emails, to create these eerily accurate profiles of who we are, what we believe, and how easily we can be manipulated. The erosion of privacy in the age of AI is a slippery slope, my friends. So the next time you're asked to share your location, accept those cookie settings, or smile for a security camera, ask yourself, are we really willing to sacrifice our privacy at the altar of convenience? Let's talk about dependence, shall we? Because as much as we like to think we're in control, the reality is we're becoming increasingly reliant on AI. And not just for trivial things like choosing our dinner or finding the perfect cat meme. We're talking about critical infrastructure, healthcare decisions, even military operations. We're putting our faith in algorithms to make life or death choices, often without fully understanding how they arrive at those decisions. Now, I'm not saying all AI is bad. If used responsibly, it has the potential to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges, but the problem is we humans aren't exactly known for our restraint, are we? We're like toddlers with a new toy, except this toy can control traffic lights, diagnose diseases, and launch nuclear missiles. The more we rely on AI, the more vulnerable we become to its failures. Because the more dependent we become on AI, the less capable we become of solving problems on our own. And that, my friends, is a recipe for disaster more terrifying than a world run by robots. So there you have it, the dark underbelly of the AI revolution. It's enough to make you want to chuck your smartphone in the nearest river and retreat to a remote cabin in the woods, isn't it? But before you embrace a life of Luddite solitude, let's remember one thing. AI isn't inherently good or evil. It's a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil. The key is to proceed with caution, to ask tough questions, and to demand transparency and accountability from those developing and deploying these powerful technologies. The future of AI is not yet written. It's up to us, the humans behind the algorithms, to decide whether it will be a utopia or a horror show. By understanding these challenges, we can work to mitigate risks and ensure AI benefits everyone.